came up here to make a phone call actually, and then I looked down and saw a pipe. Can you see it? It's just there. I haven't looked yet to see if it's broken, but it's certainly got a bit of length to it anyway. So look, move this brick, and oh yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful pipe. There we are. Very nice. Pretty old, 1700s something, judging by the shape of it anyway. Take it home and give it a little clean. Just seeing this little round object here. There it is. I don't know what it is. It's not a button, or maybe it was the top of a button at one point. Hollow back. It's quite decorative anyway. So I'm just checking out this area here, and my eye has just landed on this little object. I don't know what it is. Let's have a look. Oh, it does have writing on it. Atwood something, the something. Okay, once again I will have to investigate further. Let's zoom in. There we go. That's on that side, and that's that side. I'll have a look and I'll put it on at the end. You can see the end of what looks like probably a teaspoon sticking out here. Let's have a little look and see what it is. Yes, it is indeed a little teaspoon. And also here is one of those little bullets again. I think 3-3? No. Oh, do you know, I cannot remember. Anyway, a small one. Technically a live one. And I just saw this thing, and I don't know, is it some form of key ring or something? I don't know, there must be somebody there who knows what that is. Anyone? Yeah, so I've just seen something which looks as if it might be some kind of badge. I don't know if you can see it there amongst this lot. Right in the middle, just here. Let's have a look, see what it says. Yeah, it's some form of shield. I'll just take a look. Okay, well I've just had a quick look, and I must admit I cannot make out in the slightest what it says at the moment. So I'll have to take it home and give it a wash. Just trying to, oh there we go. You can see it's a little clearer now. I can't quite make it out, so I'm going to have to investigate further later. So looking down here, I can see another toy soldier. I found a couple of those last time I was out. Just see here, little soldier. Well, part of, as usual. It's rare that I find them whole, and this one's missing one arm and his legs below the knee and his head, but he looks like he probably had a movable arm. Let's have a look at him. There we are. And right next to it actually is a bead, a little bead. So a soldier and a bead. So it's one of those pipe moments. You can see the pipe stem sticking out here, and it's about finding out whether there's a bowl on the end. just let's see what comes out. Well, a partial bowl. A partial bowl. It's not a whole bowl, but it's partially intact. So I just saw this sitting here amongst a pile of shells and bones, and it looks as if it could be a tusk. I don't know if anyone's got any views on that, but could it be a boar's tusk? It looks like it's been sawn off at the end. It's too big to be a tooth. Just seeing this rather nice old bottle. It's completely exposed here. Just going to get out of my shadow. It's so hot at the moment. We're just not used to the heat here like this. That's nice. That's a beautiful bottle. I don't know how old, but it's old, that's for sure. I just saw a chain, and so I pulled it, and hoping it was a stopwatch, of course, but it's not a stopwatch, but it's a padlock, blackened and rusty. And we've got another little coin here. King George, 1948, and it's a sixpence. There's a little nature break. Just come across this. At first I thought it was a piece of string or a piece of rope or something, but it's actually a bit of chain. Not sure what it's made of, probably not gold, I shouldn't think, but I'll be able to clean it off later. So I'm standing in the mud here, and I've spotted 3 different things. One of them there, one of them over there by that big pebble, and a couple of things down there by my trowel. So I'll start over here. It's simply a pipe bowl, well encrusted. There's no stem, but it's still just a nice pipe bowl. And then over here, I think this is a buckle. Yeah, it's quite a nice buckle. And then around here is, well, it's a nice bendy nail, an old vintage nail, and I don't know if that's the end of a bullet, perhaps. So, nice muddy hands. I hope you like the nail varnish, by the way. It's a new touch. Find all sorts of things on the foreshore, including, it would seem, golf clubs. Maybe, I'm assuming that's what it is. But at this present moment I don't have any need of a golf club, so I shall leave it there for a future mudlark. So here we have also encrusted in the mud part of a bullet. You can see the little, now what are they called? I cannot remember. The little like filament things sticking out the end. Looks like a 303 round. So can you see the outline of a pipe nestled in the mud down there? It's quite a large sized bowl actually. And I wonder how intact it is. It is a rather exciting moment. Oh, now it's not particularly intact, i.e. there's not a long stem, but still it's a nice large bowl. Oh, hang on, I'm wrong, look. Woo. It's got more stem than I thought. And a large bowl. It doesn't have a design, but it does have a maker's mark there on the heel, which we'll be able to see in greater detail later on. And here is a stem, but the reason I'm picking it up is because on the side it's got the name of the maker, and it's Stubbs, and on the other side is Plumstead. And I have found in the past one of these pipes whole, but the beautiful thing about it is that I was then able to research the family Stubbs pipe maker, and there's a wonderful story about them. They were quite poor and they spent a lot of time in a workhouse, but Jeptha Stubbs went on to become very successful. There's a story about him on my website if you want to read it. Okay, so here I can see the tiny little bit of mouthpiece of stem sticking out. So I'm going to see if there's anything at the end. It's a distinct possibility, I think. Stem's nice and long. Oh, yes, there is. Look, that's what I call a very successful pipe extraction. It's a nice round, plump bowl. I don't know if there's a maker's mark on there, I don't think so, but what I like about it is that it's got the little mouthpiece still intact. And if you compare the size of that bowl to the one I just found a minute ago, if I can find it in my bag, see how much smaller that bowl is. Bear with me. Where is it? Find it. Yeah, here we are. Now look at the size of that bowl compared with that one. Looks like today is another pipe day, and you can just see the outline of one here. So, oh, it's got a nice pattern on it. Let's see what's on it. Ah, it's grapes. Grapes, okay. Grapevine. Very nice. I just found this and wanted to share the excitement I felt when I lifted off this mud from the bottom of this pot. Spotted this bit of pottery. So prized it out for mud and then lifted the mud off, and it revealed a beautiful anchor. Seen a coin here in the water. I wasn't sure if it was a 1p, but actually it's not. It's a what is it? It's a sixpence. Sixpence from 1954. It's Queen Elizabeth on that side. So let's go and investigate and see what this is. Oh, it's a winking ball. Very nice. I don't think I'll take him home. So my eye just alighted on this round thing here, so I picked it up thinking it might be an earring or something, but actually it's like a little clip, and on the other side it's got some motif. Let's have a look. Can you see it? Well, it looks like a heart or a knot or something with something going through it, but I'll need to clean it up and investigate thoroughly. Here in this pile of metal bits there is a tiny little sheep, I think it is. A sheep or a dog. Lead dog. So it's part of an old bottle here. Has anybody heard of cut nose powder? It's broken. It's nice to find a bottle with a name of a pharmacy or something like that. Personally, never heard of that. Cut nose powder. But it doesn't have anything on the other side. Just saw a seagull sitting over here and wondered what it was up to. It's been eating this huge fish. Look at it, it's massive. My trowel next to it. Those spines look pretty lethal. Not sure what it is. I'm sure somebody does though. Oh well, I won't be going swimming in the Thames anytime soon with those swimming around in it. Just found this little bit of metal. It looked like a bullet initially, but I don't know what it is. It's yeah, it's squashed, whatever it is, but if you just have a closer look. Got a seam there. It's got like a pointy bit at the end. A bit of shell in it as well. Any ideas? I've just seen here a really pretty part of a watch or a clock. So, I'm not sure what it's made of, but it's got, yeah, so it's got the 9, 10, 11, 12 there. Perhaps part of a, yeah, pocket watch face or something like that, maybe, or a little clock. Time and tide. Here's another bullet. Now, is it a 221? I know it's not a 303. Is this a 22? It's very exciting. Look what I've just found. I thought it was a tile at first, so I nearly didn't pick it up. But actually, it is something more interesting. It's got a little catch on it here, so it's going to obviously open. The trouble is I can't open it and hold the phone at the same time, so I'll be back in a moment, but have a little look. Looks like perhaps there was a clock in that bit, maybe. Okay, well I can't open it, so maybe it's actually the top of something and it was a lid, but it could be that it's just hasn't been opened in a while. I'll have to take it home and give it a clean up and have a look and see what it is, but it's certainly interesting. I'll keep you updated. Just unearthed a very nice metal plaque advertising Aladdin Pink, the premier Paraffin. That's a bit of an interesting find, just sitting there under the mud. Not sure what the other side's like, maybe a little bit not quite as good. Oh, I don't know, might be able to clean it up. Interesting. Just never know what you're going to find down here. Here's another little piece of shrapnel from an anti-aircraft gun during the war. Get quite a lot scattered up and down the river. So I've just seen a message in a bottle. How exciting is that? Now, I have found over 100 messages in bottles now during my mudlarking excursions. So I'm going to open it up and see what it says, and then I'll come back to you. So it says, London, Stephanie, please wait for me. You're the love of my life. And there's a signature. Mysterious. And that's it, really. So here's a little roundup of what I found this evening. It's my rather resplendent Aladdin Pink Premier Paraffin advertising board. Very pleased with that. There's Aladdin. There's my little piece of clock. There's the mystery lid, which is what I think it is in fact. A piece of shrapnel, a bullet that's split in two, a button, and this mystery object here, which of course I rather hope is the thing that they put daggers in, you know, a chafe or something, but I don't think it is. But if anybody's got any ideas, please let me know. So all in all, not a bad evening. So here we've got a pipe bowl, which has just been revealed, stuck in the mud, and it looks like it's got a nice design on it. Let's have a look, see what it is. Yeah, so here it is. I've just given it a little wash off. I think it's some kind of Masonic design. It's very pretty. So I was just rummaging around by the Tideline here and came across this old tag which has some writing on it. And it says PI periscope 241. It's like a key ring or something. So that's an interesting find. And here we have yet another pipe. A beautiful bowl protruding from the mud. And as usual, it's that exciting moment when we see if there's a stem attached, and I can tell you right now that there isn't, but it's still a nice sized bowl. So I've come across a patch where there's a few bottles, and there's a nice one here with Victoria Creamery Rochester. Victoria Creameries Rochester. Got a few barnacles on it. And I also just found, it's in my bag, a piece of pottery, part of a, oh where's it gone, here it is, quite nice. It says something and Westall, Superior Table Salt, London. And here's another nice piece of broken plate. Sorry about the shadow. Got 44 on it. I'm not sure what the relevance of that is. Maybe something military. Now in this area here there's a fair smattering of Roman pottery, but I found a particularly nice piece of Samian, or Samian ware, however you say it. It's quite a nice detail on it. It's amazing to think that it's come from all that time ago. Remainders of a kitchen, a Roman kitchen.